and those of your regiments. Steel yourselves now, my warriors. The hour has come. His struggle is ours. Our glory is his. Lord Commander, Officer Commanding, 8th Shock Army. The Emperor protects.
We just needed someone with a good deep voice to re-record the speech.
Probably, but like, that is the Lord Commander. Like, bloke is just the Lord.
Yeah, I know. I know he's the Lord Commander, but you know, it likes that oomph, and it's more. It's so scripted. It's read so scripted. Like I don't feel inspired.
Well.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. But like, when we did this, it was like, oh my gosh, we've actually got like vocal stuff, like a proper universal thing. And like, I did like all the prep before, like, you know, everyone gets it ready, and as they're waiting, I play this, and it just sort of emphasizes, unlike what Dio did, which was just play it, and it was like, oh yeah, it's got stuck on repeat for the last 3 days.
No.
It was like, like it, and like it just lost all its impact.
Yeah.
But like, I remember when I first played, like when I first started, it's like, yeah, no, you get strapped into your ships, and you know you're ready, and as you're waiting, this comes up on your speakers.
Yeah, no.
And it was like
pretty good.
Really, really nice. So yeah, you have arrived at the jungle. You are transported over there by a small fleet of Valkyries, and you land in a newly made clearing in the jungle. You can see there are a number of tents around, and further back there are a number of like crashed ships, like half covered in tents and such.
Who is here already?
You look around, you see there are a few orphans of various regiments. You recognize them as orphans.
Okay.
Not them again.
There are...
They are everywhere.
Yeah, orphans are like a plague.
Yeah. It's either orphans or reclaimers. They are just everywhere.
There is... You glance around, you do spot a few Dalians?
Dalian?
Dalians. I will one day say that right.
Yeah.
Just as you pronounce our names right, one day.
Yeah, it takes a while, but eventually I will. There's a few Dalians around. Who else would be here? I don't want reclaimers because they're kind of shit. And like I want like at least semi-competent forces around. Let me have a look at the NPCs.
I like that's your justification, and you put Dalians with us.
Dalians are like stormtrooper-esque.
Yes, but they're still Dalians, though, aren't they?
They are still Dalians, but they're like... When you look at them from like High Command's point of view...
As clansmen, we don't have any problems with those guys.
Except that one time where they were just a massive hassle.
Yeah.
That was only the emus.
No, that was in front of tail.
Yeah, that happened in the... at the Scrap Forge. They are kind of assholes.
They've changed. They've had a change of heart, meaning most people died and there's new players now.
Okay. Yeah, they are obsessive about their white paint for some reason. And
not us actually, because we're currently mucking about in the sewer.
Oh, web. As a storm guard or the hawks?
As a storm guard.
Yeah, like I was talking about it today, and I think I'm going to get rid of regimental rivalry with emus because no one's acting on it, and it's just like I can't force them to act on it, and they're not really going out. Apparently the only time they did it, I was never alerted to it, and it was like, oh yeah, we stick grenades in their bloody chimeras.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I wasn't alerted to it, Viper wasn't alerted to
Viper
it.
did. Viper was alerted to it, but he didn't.
Do anything off it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Viper doesn't seem to do much off it. Things.
The only thing I really played out the regimental rivalry was when, we stormed your building.
Yeah, and I was hoping that would lead to more scenes, and it just never did.
We did that, we buggered off, and that's where it ended.
Yeah, it just hasn't led to any more scenes, and it's really sad.
The problem is that Boomer is in both regiments, and he doesn't really want to do the conflict because it's like, wait, I'm having to play 2 characters now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, well, that's what you get for being in multiple regiments. Those sorts of events do occur on occasion. And do you know what? That's fine. If you don't want to play one of your characters in a scene, find the excuse. Go patrol, go be in the rear guard, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with saying, like, oh yeah, Avila goes off to the back and, like, covers the rear to make sure they're not being flanked or whatever. Totally logical explanation, then he's only playing one character.
Yeah.
But, like, I was talking in the game, and, like, Vex was saying, yeah, no, I'm not going to act on it because my character's way too paranoid. I'm like, well, this doesn't help me. I kind of wish you'd said this back 6 months ago. And then I could pick something a bit more appropriate. But yeah, I got to look at rivalries and pick something new. Not rivalries, drawbacks. I'm going to pick something new. Because I'm not having a drawback which does nothing. That's just no.
Yeah, no.
Or you need another regiment to have it with.
My players aren't acting off it. My issue isn't they're not interacting with them, it's that they're not acting off it. They shouldn't have to.
It's a state of Cold War, not
it's like
hot
state.
war.
I want it to be a hot war. I want them to gauge. Do you know what? If they can't get any of the PCs, that's fine. I'll play the NPCs, but they're not going out and doing anything.
Yeah.
If there would have been, you're looking for like that it would have effective been the firefights between them.
Not even that. Like just
like a bucket of paint on one guy's head, stuff like that.
Yeah, just
like petty things between regiments.
Yeah.
The Dahlia's also like this great mural Shakor made.
Yeah, and like they just don't seem to be interested in being petty.
Yeah.
Dahlia still do.
Well, not even being like
That's
just
the weirdest complaint I've heard all week. I just want to say.
Yeah.
Dahlia's still
not
acting on
even-
it actually.
not even petty, but like, they're just not interested in it, from what I gather, because they keep like murdering themselves, or what's currently happened today, spending 5 hours achieving absolutely nothing, trying to get ready to do like a 10-minute recall session. Like they literally like Ollie turned around like, oh wait, we've taken so long that Deadlight's now in his session. I was like, yes, because I snipped the chat at 2 o'clock. After you'd already been talking about this. It's taken.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, I haven't done an intro, I just realised. Hello and welcome, I am your host and Dungeon Master, who is incredibly forgetful, Deadlight. Joined with me is Balto.
Playing Faye and making the sound logical arguments.
Pop.
Hello, I am a tech priest. We do weird things.
Harrison.
Hi.
And Gray.
Here's the Falcon and tends to disappear.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Was I introduced the character as well?
Like, you know, just follow the lead of everyone else.
All right. Yeah, I feel like that.
And Gray.
playing Brisimir, trying to keep the squad alive.
So last session, we got back into this, and I spent way too much time in camp.
Oh, come on.
Oh no. What I imagined was it going to be like a half an hour session in camp, like half hour in camp, and then go straight into the mission.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways, we arrived at the jungle now.
Yes, you are in the jungle. As I said, you've got the camp around. You do see some tech priests about. There is a few. Some of them are helping offload other gear or from other Valkyries.
Okay. I generally ignore the tech priests.
Well, then what do you do? You've got your vehicles and stuff.
Yeah. I doubt it. We started out right away after we told Aros, so
Okay.
he didn't have time to get us anything.
Well, actually, we should first ask around, see what the status is. Who have we been briefed on? Who would be here? Who has been here the longest?
You would know the person who's been here the longest is actually one of the tech priests.
Hallelujah! Let's go find this tech priest.
Okay, if we have to.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
But we have someone who can interface with it.
There are 3 tech priests who have been here longer than anyone. They were here when they made the initial discovery and returned here. They are Acquisitioner Methrith? Yeah. I'll type out the names. You can tell this is from a play-by-post campaign because I never thought I'd actually say the names. Methrith? Methrith? He's overseeing... Merith. There is an Engine Seer... Kitrix, who's overseeing gear. And there is a Technomancer Tanic. I believe those are the... yeah.
Why do I get the feeling that the Merith is a thing to Lord of the Rings?
Nope, you are completely and utterly wrong.
Yeah.
You've got Common Law in Tech Priest, don't you?
Yeah. Admech.
Yeah, Admech. Okay, cool. You'd know Methrith is for is a Merith is a a sample collector for xenotech specialist, and Tanic is a biologist.
Okay.
Kit tracks. Anything interesting about him?
He is an engine seer.
Okay.
He's overseeing the gear and maintenance of equipment.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Do
giving
not
daggers,
give your gear.
And giving daggers to anyone that goes anywhere near the xenotech.
Yeah. And I imagine...
Is giving them daggers or...
No, glaring daggers.
You know, he's going around stabbing people who go near the xenotech.
Yeah. I imagine he is also glaring daggers at us.
Yeah, he is.
Wait, so actually you can't tell with engine seers, no? Is it their... Do they still have their eyes, or is it like maybe bionic eyes? You can't really tell.
Because we do have this problem.
Well, you haven't actually seen any of. You haven't actually seen any 3. You know those 3 are the 3 senior staff on site, or at least maybe not senior, but they were the 3 primary staff on site, and they kind of oversee the project.
Okay. Would we know who is in charge as soldier?
Military aspect. That would be a orphans. I don't want to say. Whenever I do orphans, I always use the same 3 bloody regiments, and there's like 20 of the things. 1 second. I want to actually like look at the orphans list and not pick the
Yeah,
same.
sure.
To be fair, the vast majority of the soldiers in the orphans are Comrade Wydan and Verghast.
This is true, but I do want to use something else. There's 2 which have no information on, which is great. Who are the next 2
I
populars?
mean,
I'm actually going to say is one of someone from Armor Tool.
I have like no armor. I just realized this.
Welcome to clans. Welcome to all my games where I like to murder people with lasguns.
The point is not getting hit, man.
yeah.
Wait, who, sorry?
Pardon?
Which regiment did you say?
I didn't, because everyone interrupted me as soon as I mentioned it.
You said a name.
No, I said it's actually an armoured corps, and then Pom interrupted me saying I don't have any armour. He is from the High Spades 2nd Armour, which is the spider tanks.
It's Spades.
High Spades.
It's Spades.
High Spades. He's a Spades captain.
That's nice.
You can see his spider tanks about. Spidering. Meh.
I mean, we can just spider up with our Atlas.
Yep, so you go up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to one of the tech priests, sort of like in a little tent, and he kind of looks at you as, oh, clans guys, right. I am Captain. I am not going to try. Oh, bloody. This is the thing. Dear, they have no law. I'm sure they've got law somewhere in your brain, but you've never written it down.
Who?
Hispades.
No, they have no law. They were one of the regiments that's like, hey guys, if you want to make a regiment and fill it in for your character, you use this one. It's literally a placeholder.
He's
Right.
got the
Give him a Greek name.
Greek name. Great.
Talos.
Yeah, let's go with Talos.
Praise Talos.
Talos 1, thank you very much.
Also,
Also works also. Also works.
Talso, because I can't bloody spell either.
Stavros.
Davros.
I'm,
No.
This session is just going to end up with me going blah 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 blah.
Blep, blep, blep. Yeah, that might just so happen.
tonight on Clans.
Tonight on Clans, Deadlight goes insane.
we actually do have this recorded, right? I want to make a trailer. It's like tonight on Clans, Deadlight.
Yeah, this is being streamed. If you want to, you can totally advertise that because that sounds great.
This needs to be done.
Alas.
This sounds like a Mythbusters trailer.
Well, Captain Tasso. We were tasked by Commander Tacticians Sonata to assist you in the recovery and research efforts on site.
Ah, right, very well. Yes, this is Acquisitioner Merrick. He is overseeing the recovery of items. He made the initial discovery of the prototype battlesuit that was found here. And knowing its value, basically called off his entire mission and got in High Command's involvement, which was, as I understand, the right call. The tech priest nods. Yes. You're salvage and recovery specialist, right?
That we are.
Well, we've kind of got this site generally overlooked. We found a few other places of interest.
Okay.
But I suppose you've got some questions. Let me answer those first.
Where's the
How
room?
large is the designated area?
The
Of
bathroom
course.
is the little blue doors out there?
I believe there are enough trees around, Falcon.
Even in the 41st millennium, we have
trees.
Portable toilets.
Yeah.
There's an entire forge world somewhere that just makes them.
Yeah.
Probably.
Sorry, what was your serious question?
How large is the forest area? Yeah.
You mean jungle?
Meters. Yeah, the jungle forest.
About 6 or 7 miles across. It's a bit hard. No one's really bothered to map it out properly.
Okay.
Might be a bit bigger actually. Maybe up to 10 miles total. This appears to be the. This is the what is suspected to be the epicenter of everything.
Okay.
Oh, and don't try and use your specs for mapping energy signals because they still get thrown off. Something to do with residue.
So purely optical mapping. Purely
Yes.
biological mapping.
Biological? We're in the jungle.
No, I mean using our biological sensors.
Oh, yes. You'll have to rely on more traditional methods as opposed to technological.
Yes.
Yeah.
Genius.
Any other questions?
Well, which
Any suggestions on which way we should go?
exactly?
Where do you want us to start looking? Who's started?
Well, we've got 3 sites of interest.
Mhm.
One to the east. There was some initial scouting in that direction, and there were reports of a larger ship going down. Or possibly some sort of old military base. I'm unsure of the details. Suddenly, I've decided to develop hiccups. To the west, there is another site of possible interest. We had a base established there, but it seems to have gone dark. Or you could try and investigate around here. Although, as I say, this site has been this is our primary base, and so we've been investigating here for a while. As you can see, we've established tenting on most of the shuttles at this point.
Yeah. What was in that base that has gone dark?
We have no idea. It was found on a scouting mission as a site of interest, and so I sent a team out there to establish. They managed to establish, and then they decided to go dark.
When did that happen?
It'd be about 24 now. So, if you don't go out there, I'll most likely have to produce a team to go out there.
Yeah. And this large ship or former base, is anything known about this?
It was spotted in scouting, some sort of large structure overgrown. And I have not had the chance to investigate it further.
Okay.
It's like early morning, so it's like early morning, and he's got a board of green on the table with a big pin in the middle and a few smaller pins.
Yeah. Have any hostiles been encountered in the area?
There's been some reports of engagements with Iranians.
Yeah, we heard of Ferranians.
Yes. They seem to be surprisingly adept at ambushing people, using trees, tree log traps, and pointy sticks.
Hmm.
You'd be amazed how effective they were. There was a bunch of reclaimers here. They all got ambushed and murdered horribly by them.
Yes, they tend to do that. Basically.
You were all thinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we adopt one?
No.
Probably not.
I will tame it, and I will
Yeah.
cuddle it, and I will call it Mr.
Is-
Squiggly.
Is Alphonse that shiny?
Pardon?
Is Alphonse that shiny that they may adopt him as their god?
I mean, I think I'm mostly like partially covered in moss and grime.
Right. Okay.
And don't worry, I think I have some polish kit on me.
No, that's perfectly fine. You're looking good as you are.
Do you have something to levitate you into the air when you get annoyed?
I'm sorry?
Oh my gosh. Star Wars, Episode 6. Do you not remember when they...
Didn't hear you because
Oh,
great.
wait, do you have someone to levitate you into the air when you decide to
I
be
can
annoyed?
do that myself. I believe. I think I've got those ones.
Maglev? What?
Marion coils.
Maglev. Luminum is
no.
something else.
I have Lumerian capacitors. I haven't got the maglev ones yet.
Yeah.
Damn, instead of hovering, you'll just have to shoot lightning out of your hands. I'm sure they'll be less impressed by that.
Yeah, that is just as impressive.
Hmm.
Okay. Anything else besides Ferroranians?
A few men have come down ill with some sort of there's your average jungle diseases and such. There's not really aggressive wild animals per se. There's some wolves, but they're not really jungle like. We've noticed that there aren't much in the way of normal jungle creatures. There's more forest or death ponds, dark ponds. Look, if you do become Darth Ponce, I'm gonna have to have your servitor throw you into a pit.
I mean, you do have a respirator. Alphonse. We all do.
A broken one, you know?
Okay. Anyway.
I'm just gonna say we spent 10 minutes dicking around on Star Wars references.
I may have almost died laughing then.
Fair
Perfect.
enough.
But yeah, no, I've
That,
got
that
a,
may,
I've got a
my
respirator.
plan may be to kill you with laughter and then not run a session.
Hey, that also works. Anyways, I suggest we go to the ship.
I'm personally in favour of the ship.
Okay.
The base got dark, better.
Yeah, but then we're like almost guaranteed combat. If we go to the large ship, we could potentially get out with just a ton of stuff and be like, so
Well,
we
I
better
did
get
lose.
out.
Well, I did send a tank one of my tanks over there.
To where? To the ship.
Ship.
No, the base gone dark.
Yeah.
So, do you want a spider tank, or do you want a?
Can we keep it?
Nope.
Do you keep anything? No.
My vote's for the large ship.
My vote's for the ship.
Ship then.
Yeah, it's 3-1 for the ship.
Yeah.
We will.
Well, I was going to say base gone dark, but if already two people are saying ship, I'm guessing
Where's going to have the best loot, huh?
base.
Nah.
Yeah.
What's in a recently established base? There, whatever we find there, we are going to instantly return as soon as we get back here.
But you're a
The-
salvage
the
and
s-
recovery regiment.
Yes.
That's your shtick.
Yeah, exactly. from the ship, we might find stuff that we can keep for the convoy. Anyways, but we are actually tasked with thravium recovery, and since apparently all the thravium in the area was brought in by Tau ships or any ships that crashed here, the ship crash site is a more promising lead for
That's
our actual
actually
assignment.
That's actually another question. What type of ship do you think it was? Could you make out any distinguishing features?
I don't even know if it was a ship, honestly. That's what the scout described as, although the scout was prone to drinking a lot.
Fair enough.
Right.
He addressed the three of me when he was giving the reports. There's like a furrowed brow when he says that. I'm pretty
This
sure I
is why
haven't
the
been
flesh
clever
is
enough.
weak.
Oh, come on.
Or you just don't trust chronic alcohol to do anything.
He wouldn't be a chronic alcoholic if he didn't have a biological stomach.
That doesn't stop you from getting drunk, you know. You could inject it into yourself.
Yes, but you would also kill yourself.
Blackfinger, can we leave that discussion off for maybe a campfire night?
Yes, Robo.
Not while we are trying to figure out where we are supposed to go.
Can somebody else speak, please? Apart from Gray. Oh, bugger, my connection's dying.
No, it's not only you.
Balto and Harrison, can you speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got tinny connection on everyone.
Nice.
I think it's your internet.
Yeah, that's why I asked someone else to speak, so I could establish if it was Gray or if it was me.
Well, I hear everyone. And you are sort of cutting out or glitch.
Yeah.
You sound like you're working Borg right now.
Yes, I was trying to work out. Sorry, I was trying to work out if it was me or if it was someone. If it was you, Gray, and it is me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can potentially do to fix this.
Reset your router.
It sounds like it's better.
Don't forget I'm streaming, so I don't really want to stop streaming.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds a bit like everyone has. Maybe it's Discord again.
Oh, it might be Discord.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Borg.
Even Harrison is starting to start for me.
Yeah. Grey was distorted, that's why I said probably wasn't.
I was just taught. Okay.
I'm going to rejoin the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to also rejoin the chat. So 1 second.
The server has now taken a holiday to Central Europe. Let's see if that.
Oh, did you change server location?
Yeah. To Central.
It sounds better.
It sounds way better.
Sounds better.
Discord, greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
What counts as Central Europe? Is that like Germany or is it more like Polandish?
I think it's more Polandish.
West, east of Germany? East of Germany is pretty Central Europe.
I would say.
Yeah, I would say so too.
probably
Austria. Austria is certainly Central Europe.
Yeah.
Austria.
That's directly south of Germany.
I mean,
Austria.
Dish.
Maybe like East Hungary? No, West Hungary, sorry.
How did that suddenly come up?
Oh, we might. I changed the server hosting location to Central Europe instead of.
Ah, okay.
But it definitely sounds better.
Yeah.
Well, Central Europe is Germany, Poland, Austria for most part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Did I move you to the battle map and then forget to put Fog of War on?
Yes.
I mean, you did, but now it's there. So,
Holy blue.
Fog of war. What is fog of war you speak of?
You don't see anything, right? Currently.
We don't see
No.
anything. We see a black.
Well, if you mean by don't see anything, we see everything.
Please don't write on it, because I need to set the map up. I'm going to guess
Who
that was
is-
Dio.
Yeah.
Because you're the only person who would likely do it, and also you didn't change the colour of your text.
It's true.
Ah, but how do you know I didn't do it? Because I could change my color to match as Falcon, which is black.
I don't have that much faith in you guys. Maybe Grey to do it, but not like... Certainly not Dio.
What would I do, but certainly not you.
Change your text colour if you were going to troll me.
I'm much too lazy for that.
Yeah, I imagine people would be.
Why
not
do
turn off the
Why do
camera?
you expect me to troll you?
I don't. But I suspect that if you were going to troll me, you would do it properly.
Fair enough.
Great job, Dio, of writing Balto's name so poorly I didn't even work out what the B was.
I didn't-
You
the
know,
one the ones I put down didn't have a B. So someone else must be writing on the map.
Hey, look, it's Balto.
I mean, I didn't even realize what that was until you described. You told me what it was.
yeah.
We're breaking deadlight.
Flop.
Great job, you're now upside down. Right. So, first off, I would like a surface navigate roll. Ideally from people who are actually leading the expedition.
I do have a cartographer, so
Yes, Aros is able to get you the updated choreograph. He is not able to get you anything else from your shopping list, unfortunately.
Okay.
no,
He-
but
he had-
a map is good enough.
Yeah, he's got you a map, and that's about it.
Do we have anyone that has navigate surface trained?
Yes.
I do.
Hey, I did a perfectly good effort. I'll have you.
Does the map
That's
give any
a lot.
bonuses or take away any negatives?
Plus 10. Gives a plus 10.
So am I the one doing it?
Yeah.
Hey,
No, all is fine.
I was gonna
Oh
say,
wait, that
like,
was
okay,
operate.
when I ask for navigate, I only want one person to do it.
Yeah.
Because only one person is leading, so like next time if multiple people roll, I will just be taking the first result.
Yeah.
well, I was standing in front and I had the cartograph, so like I'll do it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just saying for next time when Dio rolls and rolls really awfully, I'll be
we
going
get
with that roll.
some random encounter, but and Pom rolls the wrong skill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's-
never mind. I thought I was looking at the wrong thing.
You operate the
I
grounds.
know.
Are you
Understand.
Okay. Important question: are you bringing your two vehicles with you?
I would say we bring at least the Atlas. So,
okay.
on the other hand, I would say yes, we bring both with us, because I don't want to leave the tech temple anywhere near Red Ropes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you bring both with you. Just as a heads up, you suspect you're going to be here for at least a few days. So if you wanted to brew,
Mhm.
you could potentially do so.
I would say yes, we do.
Very well.
Do we want to try and put a little bit of my glowing moss in there?
Sure.
I still don't even know what that glowing moss does, so that's going to be fun.
It's literally just fluff at the moment. So
Yeah. So, sure. Let's make a glow moss.
Okay.
okay.
Hmm? Um, we did use Trade Cook.
Yes, I
As
believe. Yeah, you use
course,
Trade Cook to do ingredients, Trade Brewer to actually brew it, and I can't
And-
remember what else.
No. I thought we used for Pitfire. We used Survival to get the Illuminant Venom,
Mhm.
but that would require Dragonfly since she is the one with the Illuminant. Then we used Trade Cook to actually set it up. And I needed a trade chemist to justify it working.
Yes, or Trade Brewer. That's the other one.
Hmm?
You can either do it with Trade. Sorry, you can either do it with Trade Chemist and Trade Cook, or Trade Brewer.
Yeah. So
I don't have any of those. I have survival.
well, I have Trade Cook and Trade Chemist.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I get any modifiers on that setup? I get a little help from, I believe, Farkan has Trade Brew.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I think I have the highest base chance with 61.
You are the cook.
You are indeed the cook then.
So I get a plus 10 from Farkan helping. Can I use my diagnoser to basically survive as
Survive.
no,
Hide behind it.
no. To basically make sure nothing bad comes gets in.
I believe.
That would normally be a plus 20 for its intended use.
Mhm. That's fine. Because it's some its intended use.
Yeah. What else? Foresight does apply.
Yes.
Anything else?
No. You have basic brewing equipment.
Hmm. Wait, let me actually check up on that. I was sure we had upgraded our...
Nope.
No?
I offered.
oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I offered
Yeah.
you a mission to do it, but I never got around
Yeah,
to doing it because I
we
never actually got the
we
idea.
never
to-
came around doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
When we get back once,
there's my
sometime.
there's my roll. Those would be 2 degrees.
And you're adding the glowy moss into it.
Yep.
Okay. Pom, can you describe the glowy moss for me?
Well, it is just you know how in the forest you've got just moss which grows on old trees and like the dark patches and stuff?
Yeah, the deep green, fluffy stuff.
Deep green, fluffy stuff. But it glows, if you've ever seen Journey to the Center of the Earth,
Yeah.
Once when I was like 10.
when they get to the first scene, when they are underground and they've met the Illuminate hummingbirds or whatever they are, it's just a bright neon teal glow to it.
Right. I'm gonna say, you know when I said I'd seen it, I
I'm
did
gonna
also
give you a
say
picture.
I don't remember any of it.
Yeah,
So
I'm getting you a
your
picture.
description doesn't really help.
Yeah.
So it's actually a luminant teal color.
Okay.
Yeah, its glow is a
So-
teal glow.
A bit like they would portray nuclear bars in cartoons.
So we basically
Yeah.
brewed Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that colour, like, you could have said that and I would have actually understood what you were on about, as
Yeah.
opposed to...
So, I mean, That was the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yes, we have brewed Nuka-Cola. Fear us. And the thing is, we're resistant to radiation, so it actually fits.
Yeah.
That was the kind of glow I was thinking.
Mm.
Excellent idea, Pop. We shall...
That's a
Yeah.
really good image.
This might just happen. Yeah. Okay, so we now have glowing orange and glowing blue.
It does
An hour.
indeed give you off a soft blue glow,
Okay.
although it is currently not drinkable as it requires several days to actually brew,
Mm.
several hours.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
We shall all collect it under the label of Funky Town.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
Actually, what color does float have?
It's glowing red. Or reddish orange.
And Pitfire?
Orange.
Pitfire is plain orange, also glowing.
Yeah. Somebody
All
remind
up.
me after the session to do the rules for float.
Yeah.
After the session.
Mm.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Fine.
You create some. Yeah, as I say, it currently has a soft blue glow,
Mhm.
but it will take some time to finish.
Of course. It's basically set up and all going well. I also will try a trade cook roll for excellent cook,
Okay.
which that gets no modifiers at all.
Nope.
So a plus 10 from foresight because I takes the time to properly prepare it. Wow, those are a lot of degrees of success.
If you'd only rolled that for the other test.
Yeah, if only. The good news is everyone gets plus 5 willpower, and the first time you spend a fate point, you roll a dice 10. On a 10, you get it back.
Yay. What if you're a Voidborn?
Doesn't look
I'm
like
sorry?
What if you're a Voidborn and that happens? It's not
Uh,
relevant, but I'd just like to know.
Oh, then it's. I'm not answering it. If you avoid barn and you roll a 10, your brain explodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. There's your answer.
Well, you know, it's just like because they get to re-roll. Well, they get to roll the same thing as a general effect.
No,
No.
Dio.
not in only one.
Oh.
Avoid barn. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, it
Yeah, they
was
get it on
in-
9 or 10.
Yeah.
They can actually even purchase talents to spread it to other people.
Can they? I didn't know that. And I don't think that's a thing.
I thought that was that was in the Fate Powers trees.
Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, we're getting hilariously sidetracked.
Yes,
This is
again.
clans, of course we are.
We've been here for like an hour now, and we still, you still haven't even entered the flipping dungeon.
Anyways, yeah, we are now there.
Yeah. So, you see a large. It is basically just covered in moss structure. You can't tell if it's a ship or if it's. You can't tell what it is.
It's either a ship or a tower.
Not a tower, but like some sort of large, low-down structure.
Okay,
Um,
but there's a way inside.
Well, it sort of looks like a way inside. No, like it looks like a door that somebody tried to open at one point and then gave up and walked away.
Hmm.
I just realised I have like no tokens for enemies today, so that's fine.
Oh, we have Falcon, who actually should be in front leading.
I'm sorry?
You should be in front and leading and protecting.
I mean, I guess.
Like, I don't know the meaning of those words.
Yeah.
What do you mean protect? I thought you meant hide.
Look, well, I can take hits, right? My Sverngek can't.
So your Svergak should stay back.
Yeah, well, that's what it's doing.
Not you. You should be forward.
No, but I'm on the Sverngek.
Well, we'll look after your Svergak.
No,
Yeah.
hands off. They'll eat your face.
Well. What?
Nope.
No?
What was that sound?
But someone left
Okay.
and rejoined.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Pom.
It was.
I
It was
had to
me.
leave and join.
No,
Hmm.
Falcon.
Oh, it wasn't me.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it was Pom.
Well.
Be right back.
Right. Well,
Lord.
do we want to move forward?
I was thinking so. So there is like a half-open door.
Yeah, it's like somebody's attempted to open it and then kind of gave up after starting.
Is there something we can peer through? Or
It's open maybe 2 inches. Ignore the fact you're on the battle map.
But let's Blackfinger Alphonse, you don't happen to have an optical megadendroid?
Unfortunately, I have not been outfitted with an optical mechadendrite. I do have a manipulator mechadendrite, though. I can.
That comes next.
Yes.
Well, then I will.
Wait. Does anyone have an Auspex?
Were you there for the briefing?
Yes.
We were
Auspex
told,
work.
yeah, they don't work because the background radiation is absolutely screwy, but you can try anyways.
Nah, I probably haven't got a chance. Look, I'll poke my head in and have a look around first, because
I mean, it's not even open a foot, so you're gonna have.
Yeah, you can maybe look through that gap.
I'm going to try and do it stealthily.
Okay.
Maybe open it a little, but slowly enough that no one notices.
Right. Okay. The door that you were trying to open is already open about 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
So use that gap to peer through.
For reference, it is a large bulkhead that's come down,
Mhm.
and somebody has managed to pry it up a few inches, but they haven't really tried beyond that.
Alright, so I'll have a look-see through.
I'm not making tokens in the background, honest.
That is 5 degrees of success, I think. Yeah.
You,
No, 6 degrees of success.
Right, well, you pry open the drawer slightly, and you see that you're in a room. Well, no, you're not in a room, but there is sort of like an airlock, if that makes sense. Or there's another bulkhead. There's a decently sized chamber.
Okay.
About 8 meters by 5 meters.
Do I see anything inside of this airlock that would be cause for alarm?
Rust.
Right. I look back to the others and it's clear.
Okay.
There is nothing that jumps out to you and goes, "Oh my gosh, there's an alarm." No. It doesn't look like it's even been breached by the vines or the jungle.
Okay. So that leaves the question: how do we get that more open? Since you said it opens upward, it's slidey thing.
Yes, big.
We have a
heavy-
last cutter, right?
We have a last cutter.
I mean, before we start destroying the ship, Although I would like to take it for parts. Can we look around for a potential way to open this using a more elegant and technologically correct method? AKA another pad with a lock or something which will power it up.
Alright, Mr. Tech Priest, you have a go and look around. I'm sure you'll be able to solve this technical problem. I say, hefting up the last cutter.
I will take a look for the airlock pad.
It is there.
Wow,
Apparently I can't
that
read
loaded.
it.
Sorry, that loaded into the chat for me as rolls awareness. Blank box, target blank box. It hasn't
Yes.
changed.
Well,
Pom's internet is so dictated that
Awful.
Roll20 takes 20 minutes to register it.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh,
it
47
takes
on a
quite a while for
42.
euros.
Yeah,
Oh
it
no,
does take
here
a while.
it is. Here it is.
Yeah, it does come through, but it does often take. Whereas most people, it's like instantaneous. Your post comes through, and then Roll20 decides to wake up a minute later.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, you find the control panel easily enough. You like pull some vines away.
Well then, I would like to tech use this. Let's just double check this.
If necessary, I can assist.
I mean, you can assist if you would like. I
Mhm.
believe I'm already at plus 60 though.
Fair enough.
Let's end into Battlefield
might-
Tech Ride. Plus
Uh,
10 for our clans thing.
I wouldn't say
Oh, wait,
that
no.
it's not an imperial vehicle. Or
Nope, it is not Imperial Tech.
Okay.
and the assistance might save you from having to use your MIU.
Yeah, sure, I'll take your plus 10.
Mhm.
So that would be 10, 20. Battlefield Tech Right gives a plus 10, right? To double check
No,
this.
it just
Ah.
reduces penalties.
Yeah, I'll just go with this plus 20 because I can't be bothered finding all my ads.
Um,
It's a very low chance for me to fail. So that is 9 degrees?
So when you start up, the first thing you notice is that you are not the first person to tamper with this.
Oh.
You can very clearly see that there is. It's not. It's human in nature. You can't tell if it's Imperial or if it's someone else, but somebody has in the past tampered with it and with a secondary system. The secondary system seems to just be basically plugged into it. Like, it looks like maybe someone else hacked into this at some point. If that makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah.
And that they just left their work in there, and they closed it up.
Any indication of like it was just like it was packed away neatly, or was it like just dropped and they were caught unawares, or they had to run or something?
Packed away neatly. It's like in the imagine in the you know in the movies where they like hack into something and they always like rip stuff out and put stuff in and stuff.
Yeah.
It's basically that. But after they finished, they closed it back up.
Okay.
Very
Um,
interesting. Be
No.
aware,
Fantastic.
everyone.
Now it does look very old. It looks about the same condition as the rest of the parts in there. If you wanted to open the door, you'd have to go through their old stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You activate it. You sort of. The door gives a deafening groan moves about 3 inches up, and then gets stuck again.
Is it out of power?
No, it's covered in bloody vines.
I mean, the door works. All
The
we
door
have to
does
do
work
is
to a
remove the
degree.
vines.
I mean, we can just use the last cutter to burn away the vines.
Yes.
Okay. You cut away vines. And it's very slow and painful. It clearly hasn't been maintained in quite a while, for obvious reasons. But eventually it does, in fact, open up.
See, a more elegant solution, I say to Falcon.
As the door's smoking.
Yes.
I mean,
So at least we didn't like burn through the whole door.
Mm-hmm.
You are now actually on the battle map. You're in this sort of airlock.
yeah.
There's 2 massive banks of machinery on either side. They seem to be for an actual airlock to cycle. There is a door in front of you that is sealed shut.
Okay, so those side rooms are not actually rooms, but air filters and such stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything we can see that might open the door?
There is a control panel.
Mhm.
It seems to have some sort of power, but it's very dusty.
Some sort of what?
It seems to have a bit of power, but it's very dusty.
Where?
Oh, we clean off the dust, and then we plug in our tech priest, our Blackfinger.
Yeah, just counting 20, 30.
I mean, as you say in the movies, you see them hacking into computers, like with a USB stick. We plug in our USB stick.
I'm
Usually
going
it's
to
like
use
a
my
pencil and a piece of
MIU
blue
on
tack.
this one as well.
Yeah.
Do you use your MIU or don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, you note that the Xenotech... It's Xenotech, yes, but it's not, like, It seems to almost be designed for humans. Not Imperial, but human. And it is certainly not John. Can you just give me a willpower test?
Willpower test, sure.
Mind you get a +5 on that.
Yeah. It's a good thing, because it's not my best. Snap. Yeah.
Ouch.
I'm not the best,
Anyway.
ever. Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of... I'm going to say you do take 1 insanity. You are
Okay.
still being bombarded by a machine that doesn't have a proper spirit,
Right.
and it does try and fight you, but you can attempt to access it.
Just a question. It's 10 when you hit insanity that you get a mental disorder, right?
Yes.
Not 5?
No. Every 10 you get a trauma, a temporary one, and every 40 you get a lasting one.
Okay.
Every 10 you have to make a roll, and then as you hit
Yeah.
certain marks, bigger, nastier things occur.
Okay, so 30 for my
No,
modifier.
we will not break or stomp on our tech Blackfinger.
And they've hacked into it, he's completely useless. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? The door is completely useless, or I'm completely useless?
No, I was making a joke about... I was continuing Balto's joke about how you were hacked, and so... You were also a USB, so you are clearly completely useless.
I mean, this is very true. I am pretty much a giant walking USB stick, which is self-powered.
Now, the secondary door will not open when the primary door is open.
And this one doesn't automatically close that door?
It can close that door. So you can close the outside door and then open the inner door.
Can you trick the system into thinking that the outside door is closed?
Not with his roll. He's only got 3 degrees of success. He does not actually have that much flexibility and freedom.
Damn it! This USB is useless.
If he got
I
more degrees of
personally-
success, he would have had more access and learned additional things. But sadly, no.
I personally don't like the idea of closing us in an airlock in a potential enemy ship. So I say cut the door this time.
But out comes the last cutter.
Actually, how thick are the doors?
They are decently thick. They're like they are proper blast doors.
It is going to take a while.
Through.
Hmm?
Sorry, Star Wars memes.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
at least if you're going to make the memes, can you like give us everyone a chance to like actually register them? Instead of just go blah 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 blah.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, no.
How many
we
people?
start cutting.
How many people are going to cut the door?
We have only one last cutter.
I think we had more.
We had 2.
No, we have two.
Yeah, we had 2.
Okay.
Two
Because,
Yeah.
because we were using 2 cutters to open blast doors in a large ship.
Yeah.
The previous
Yeah.
time we were in a large ship.
Fair enough. Is any of us operator by class?
I have
no,
operate surface.
No. I'm trying to figure out where the second last cutter comes from.
I don't know. I just remember that we had 2 when we were in that ship.
Maybe we found one there.
Maybe.
Possible. Okay, so we bring all last cutters we have to here.
Okay, so you got 2. Who's cutting the door? So,
What-
whoever's cutting the door, can they move up to the door?
What skill is it to do such a thing? Is it-
It's no skill for you.
Ah.
Like you have the skills necessary. It's just whoever's actually opening the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
I'll let
suggest Falcon and Falcon gives cover.
Alright. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Mr. I'm asleep over there.
Yeah. I mean, you are a much better shot than I am.
I'm not that good of a shot. No, wait, no. Yeah, I'm not that good of a shot. I've got a 32 ballistic skill.
Oh.
Then maybe you
I'm,
should be melee range.
So we start cutting.
Yeah.
Desperately.
Okay, I'm a better shot, but you are the defender, protector.
Look,
You see the two
Falcon's a melee character.
Yeah, you have an awfully fast Swanberg, so. Anyways. So Faye and me are cutting.
Okay, right. Then Faye and Rezimir are by here actually cutting. They have to be next to the door.
Okay.
Oh, the blue isn't the door, it's a wall.
No, the blue is the door. But the gap in the middle is the gap you're making.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're
Okay.
not cutting the entire door, because that's just stupid and take way too long. I imagine you're only cutting large enough to move yourself through at the moment.
Well, ourselves and the Swanbergs.
Yeah. So yeah. Is everyone happy with their placement now?
Hmm?
Okay. When you open the door, you see there is a figure on the other side.
Well,
He's wearing black robes and he's got a long white mask, like a beak. He looks like a classic plague doctor.
We should shoot him. Sorry, keep describing.
I was gonna say, are you shooting him?
I think we probably should, right?
We probably will. We probably will.
I mean, is he holding that, like,
No.
plague grenade in his hand?
No, that's just the best Plague Doctor picture available. And also I can be asked to make a new token, and I already had one to hand.
Okay.
Blame Gray for this.
What? Why?
Did you
Why
make the-
blame me?
Did you make the token?
Yeah, because you asked me to make a Plague Doctor token.
Yes, I know, and I can't be bothered to make another one now.
It is a very nice Plague Doctor.
It's a very nice Plague
It is.
Doctor token, but
Well, anyways.
he's not holding the robe. Actually, his robes look quite clean and very plain. He gives you and he nods. Says, greetings. I was wondering when someone would arrive.
He says
I
with-
point my gun at him aggressively and shout, "Identify yourself."
Yeah, I was just gonna say, he's speaking calmly while there's like 2 to 3 long guns pointed at him.
Well, okay. He started speaking when the door clattered down.
Okay.
So, he's
Start
like,
speaking. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
he kind of takes a step back. He's like, putting his hands up. Look, I'm just a researcher here.
And who are you?
I feel like I should ask, who are you?
No, we're the ones with the guns. You answer our questions first.
I'm just a researcher here.
Yeah, well, you're just a researcher. Whose side are you on?
What sort of stupid question is that? Sure you would know whose side I'm on when you broke in here.
Surely we would, but how about you tell us anyway? Otherwise, you're going to start having a lovely meal of lead in a few seconds.
I'm a civilian!
On whose side? Points gun high.
No, sorry. Who do you pray to?
Let me just have a look at his stuff.
He's taking a long time to answer the question. We should
No,
shoot.
that's the GM actually looking at his character.
Okay, sorry.
Anything on the only side, the bot is going for him. I'm joking.
Even if he
Almost would sluggishly move.
He is like... actually, this one. It's like, look, what do you mean, pray? Actually, I should probably make a roll to see if he notices details. Such.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. He's not looking like a loyal servant of the Emperor to me.
I'm
Well,
very
no.
tempted to shoot him with a pile of, like,
Oh, okay.
at the moment.
That is very obvious. I'm not even going to deny that it's very obvious, not a part of the Imperium.
Hmm?
Well, he could be killed if he's the arch enemy. We still need to shoot him.
But what if he's not either, guys?
He's like, actually, the GM can't remember this term. What's the term for human in Tau?
Professor.
Gavessa.
Good
Huh?
say so.
Gavessa.
Never mind.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm a Gavessa researcher, if you must know.
I turned
This
to
thing,
Prismir. Can you understand that? What is that? Some kind of
Xenofriend.
heretical word?
Not overly.
Okay.
It's just he likes the blueskins.
Yes, it's the Tau word for
Oh.
human.
Well,
Yeah, that's the word. Sorry. Don't often use the term human.
Sorry,
the door behind him is like open an inch. Not an inch, about a foot. Sorry.
I have a question. Do we have any officers in this squad? Or like sergeants?
You?
Me?
You are sort of a specialist, and the Blackfinger is sort of high ranking.
Oh no.
I mean,
We had that discussion before.
I'm very tempted to shoot him. I'm currently looking for something.
You're a stormtrooper. You're like the front man, leading us.
Okay, I disagree to both of those words.
It's
You are in fact the
both
tankiest.
technically true.
He rejects your reality and substitutes his own.
Alright, so it looks like this squad's some kind of democracy. What do you think we should do? He's clearly not a loyal servant of the Emperor, but he's also clearly not a disloyal traitor to the Emperor, so I don't really know how to process this situation.
Maybe we should first ask the man what this ship is.
Alright, you talk to
Ship?
him.
This isn't a ship.
Oh, this is the base?
This is a
Sorry,
research base.
I had to give when we finally decided where we were going. I thought we were going to the crash ship.
We did. Okay.
Yeah, you have gone to the crash ship.
And he's denying.
He's not. He's telling you this isn't a crash ship.
Okay, it's an old space.
He could be lying.
Yeah, it's just that the records of the space have been lost. So we did not quite know what to expect here.
Either that or it's really new. Probably isn't.
What?
It's very
No,
rough.
no. What's the last time that you have gone outside?
Me personally, or me as an
No,
No.
Like, yeah, you have to be. If you're
He
going to
would.
talk to the guy, please actually say, because it's impossible because you are talking to each other as well. Also, he can overhear
the
everything
guy.
you're saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
going
That's fine.
to, I'm going to walk up to him and hold out a hand for a handshake.
He eyes you suspiciously for a moment, realizes that he's actually a giant.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then shakes your hand.
I'll blast him with a Lumerian blast.
Oh, I knew something was going to happen.
Okay.
This is the thing. You're all asking me 6 things at once and not giving me a chance to answer. Because somebody asked me a question, and, he hasn't had a chance to answer it. And I can't even remember what the question was, because you're going about this too fast.
what was the last time he was outside of the space?
Maybe 2-3 years ago, I've been in. There's a on-site cryostasis. As you can see, he gestures to the condition of the base.
He's using those funny words again. What the hell is cryostasis?
Okay, you
Freezing
know
someone.
that. You can actually that is actually not a non-imperial term.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, does the Imperial have cryostasis? Does the Imperium have cryostasis?
Yes, we
Yes.
Oh,
Do you not even remember season 1 of Clans?
I do, but that was like an age of bloody darkness.
No, cryostasis is. It's not necessarily common, but it is certainly in the Imperium.
do. Yeah.
Okay.
And if necessary, Brismer will explain to Fagan what cryostasis is and why it's done.
Are you still going to blast him?
No. No.
Exactly.
I was only going to do that if he was going to just kind of do the silent treatment.
No,
But
the
I am
reason why
still
he was
getting
doing
close
this.
to it.
Okay, yeah. The reason why he was doing the silent treatment was because no one was giving me a chance to speak whenever they wanted a question answered from him.
Mhm.
Okay.
He does still take a step back. He respects his personal space.
So what can we call you? Because we are the clans. Third clans, and who are we speaking to?
Clans. I don't remember that mercenary group about at the last time I was here.
The Imperium has claimed this world. You shall bow to us or be purged.
Imperium? Raised. You get the impression he's giving you a raised eyebrow.
I frown through my mask so he can't see it, but I am frowning.
Nobody sees it.
I also like that the tank is once again hiding it back.
Hey, look, I stayed where I was, everyone else moved forwards. It's not
Yeah.
my fault they moved into a potentially unsecure facility.
I don't
The-
think
Sorry,
anyone
there was
moving.
another question asked of him, and like, I forgot. I just didn't register.
How may we call you?
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. He refers to himself as Amadeus.
Well, Amadeus, are you loyal to the Xenos and shall continue working for them, or shall you return to the light of the Imperium?
What Imperium? Now,
The Imperium of Mankind. Well, the Imperium of Man.
okay. Someone give me an intelligence test.
Yep.
I'm not rolling.
And Tom's not rolling either, apparently.
No, I was rolling. It's just
Oh yeah. So, sorry, I see it.
Brisman, you've heard that it is actually not very common for citizens on this planet to be aware of what the Imperium even is.
Hmm? Would I also? I'm a little bit confused that a Govesa would speak Low Gothic.
No. Okay. What you would know from that role is that while the humans do tend to on the planet will tend to speak either Low Gothic or Tau.
Okay.
It's not like they don't speak Low Gothic.
Okay.
However, a lot of them will not know what the Imperium is. They have never been in contact with the Imperium.
Okay.
So, at least the human population, the Trellian population does know some aspects because of their background. Other xenofactions probably know little to nothing,
Yeah.
unless they've run into them in their past.
Well, they wouldn't
Okay.
survive it.
That's not true. They could have retreated.
Hush, lies. Xeno lies.
So, are you alone in this station, Research Amadeus? Amadeus?
Amadeus.
Amadeus?
No, there are others, but for some reason I took one of the cryostasis isn't perfect. It certainly messes with short-term memory, and I unfortunately cannot remember exactly why we went into cryostasis. I'm certain there are additional members here. I was able to check the time on my cryostasis pod, and it's only been 2 to 3 years. He glances over Alpheus's shoulder, and it's like, why is there a jungle out there?
That is basically why we are here. That jungle has been here for a few months, I believe. We were told about that by Sonora, right?
Yes,
You
would have been told that the jungle's only been here for a few years.
Yeah. So.
But it's for a jungle to be that big, it takes dozens of
Yeah.
years.
Ages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like the timescale that she's given.
Yeah, that is what happened, Amadeus. The jungle has grown way faster than it has any right to, and this is why we are investigating this place.
it's also in the completely wrong climate.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
this should be continental climate. Forests, grasslands, that sort of thing. But ideal for farming.
God damn it, dear.
What's Dio doing?
What can we do?
Sorry, I'm trying to repair a nail before I accidentally broke. What has Dio done now?
Oh god.
Huh?
Yeah, why have you broken Pom?
I don't know.
How?
Isn't
Oh.
that you, Dio?
It was me.
I didn't even see that one.
Wait, what's happening?
Ah, Dio.
Yeah.
What are you? A 7th grader?
Yes.
Anyway, Amadeus, why don't you lead us and inform us of the purposes of this secured base, and to your colleagues.
Very well. He goes to this. He looks at the door behind me. He's like, unfortunately, the door is jammed. Oh, I know. We can go to the briefing room. Follow me. And he takes a step forward and goes, oh, right, yeah, the lights aren't working. Do you have any?
We have lamp packs.
Ah, very
Yeah.
good.
Click. I strap my lamp pack to Sharik's nose.
Oops, I'm just revealing the token. So yeah, he'll walk down here.
Okay.
He's not 100% on his feet. Certain.
Here's what?
He walks unsteadily.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not likely to fall over, but it's certainly not like a straight line, like a normal human being.
I will glance down this passage as we pass.
It seems to be some sort of maintenance hallway.
Okay.
It's quite hard to look down.
Yeah.
Can you all give me awareness tests?
Yes.
Suppose we can.
Maybe.
Can I pass the awareness test? The answer is, of course, no.
Even
can.
with your high awareness character.
Even with my high awareness character.
I can actually.
Very interesting.
I can as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the three of you spot a few interesting things. One of them, you spot, there's dust and rubble, there's, bits of rubble and stuff on the floor, and the occasional, determined bit of moss or vine or whatever. But you also notice there is some unusual dark stains on the floor.
Unusual dark stains.
Yes.
One, I will have a look at my salvation orb if that is acting up. If that is detecting anything. Like harmful gases, radiation, that sort of thing.
It does not appear to be detecting anything like that.
Okay.
I actually take a close look, getting off private gigs and look at it. Is it dried blood?
It is indeed dried blood. Now, however, there is no sign of bodies. As you kneel down, you can see underneath the pipe that there is a few spent... actually, give me a second, I need to check. I know who would have been here, and I need to double check what their weapons are, just for... there is indeed actually a shell casing under there.
Shell case.
I will grab it and examine it.
Do you have trade armor?
I do.
Cool. You realise this is... this shell casing has been manufactured with... this isn't just like a mass production shell case. If that makes sense.
This is a special one.
Yes, it is definitely it's definitely a... While it may be mass produced, it's certainly a cut above average guns.
Okay.
Deadline. Did you say that he was wearing a mask?
He is indeed.
Yes.
Okay then. Back to character. Amadeus. Would you mind removing your mask?
He gives you a funny look. Would you mind removing your mask first, then?
I'm not wearing a mask. This is my face.
He leans back slightly.
Hey, look, Falcon's finally decided to wake up and not walk into the door anymore.
I was securing our exit.
Yeah.
No, he got AFK and was pressing the forward key, and it's just constantly walking into the door. Yeah.
Bonk, bonk.
I'd rather not, if all things are considered. I had a rather nasty chemical burn a few years ago, or many years ago now. And I prefer to keep my mask on if all things considered.
What were you researching in this lab, if you may ask?
This was a new lab designed for combating enemy bioweapons and diseases.
Ah, yes.
We never got established or running at all. He does have to stop and like turn and face you when he talks.
Do I push the
I'm
subject?
following close behind after I got the shell and kept it in my hand.
That's yeah, like
He doesn't have to shout.
yeah, like he like if you want to talk to him, he will stop and turn, but otherwise he will go back to walking. He's like sort of is slightly drunken.
Limping?
No, he just seems a bit unsteady on his feet.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
It's fine, we have Falcon. Will protect us.
No, he won't.
Do
He
we?
will hide.
Yeah.
We are going to walkie circles, aren't we?
No, he walks up here and he like goes up and like types into the door, and the door goes. Eh. He's like, oh, that's strange.
It might be the price. This is messing with your short-term memory about password.
Yeah, that's very likely.
Luckily,
I remember-
luckily, we also have a password of sorts. Brandish's last cutter.
Yeah, let's not.
No, we have a better one. I brandish our USB stick.
He
Okay.
goes, oh yeah, actually you might have to break in here, and he steps aside. Now I remember the password changes was set up on a system so it would change every few months. Can you please not step into my personal space? He's not gonna he doesn't want people in his personal space, okay?
Yeah.
The password changes every. Stop, please.
Yeah.
What?
Not to intrude
What?
your personal space further than Falcon, but you seem to have suffered an injury to your leg. I'm a trained medic, so maybe you want me to have a look at that?
No, I don't believe so. You can give me a Medicaid test if you want.
Hmm?
I mean, I did say he wasn't limping.
Yeah,
You
but
guys keep
he,
assuming he's limping. He's
no, he is walking funny. Can I use my diagnoser?
no, because he's not.
Okay.
If you're just looking at him, you can't really use your diagnoser.
Hmm. Yep. 2,
As I
3
said,
degrees?
it's more like a drunk walk than
Mhm.
like a limp or anything.
Okay.
Entirely possible as side effects of cryostations.
Okay, fair enough.
Like it's.
So,
Hmm.
Blackfinger, would you mind trying to open the door before we need
Yes. I will try.
Yes, I remember now. The system was set up to change the password every 4 months, and it's been several years, so my password will no longer work.
Great. Will you be giving me a help
Yeah, sure.
with this? Okay. So that is.
The steps are-
I'll use my MIU. So do you want me to give you a willpower test for this? Deadline?
Yes, but if you're using your MOU, yes, please.
Yep.
Take another insanity for your awful, awful failures.
Okay. I'm gonna be insane, guys. Insane in the membrane.
Well,
No, you can always play a character until you have 99 insanity.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Here is my roll. I think that's a fair number of degrees of success.
It's enough to open the
Nine,
door. It actually opens both doors.
both doors.
Mhm.
Not an airlock.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. You can never be too careful in such a place like this. Multiple airlocks and stuff. And he walks in.
Mhm.
Before anyone else goes in, I want to turn to you guys and just say, anyone else get the feeling that he might have consumed something whilst locked in here for 2 years?
Quite possible.
Nah.
He doesn't go too far because he doesn't have a light, and you guys do, and it's quite obvious if he like walks off on you because the light's not following.
Yeah.
I just go in.
Mhm.
He like fumbles with the controls for a minute. It goes over here, like shine a light over here, please.
Yeah.
He fumbles with the controls for a minute or two, and it reveals a room.
Oh.
This back wall is not a massive lump of rock. This is like a large projector description.
Mhm.
No, it's a large screen, and it's cracked. These are display cases of various. Sorry, these are like display cases of various stuff.
Yeah.
Exotic animal skulls, that sort of thing. And this is.
We have seen Tau tech before. Does this look Tau in me?
Yes, but it's not the Tau. It's got the air of Tau in places, especially like control panels and stuff. But the design of the building seems to be of a different faction.
Mhm.
And you've noticed it with the Tau that some factions favour different styles.
Okay. Suppose we can't make out what substyle it is. Not one we have seen before.
If you were to guess, you'd probably say human substyle.
Okay. So, Kuvesa style.
He's like, oh, typical. The screen's bloody broken. I was hoping to brief you on this place properly, and but it seems that is out of the question. Well, seems we are here. He goes over here and like starts rummaging behind the control. Should be bloody back here. Do you have any questions?
What was your goal of this facility?
Developing cures. That was, I believe, the goal. Anyway, as I said, we were kind of. I can only remember flying in, and I believe we were meant to get the proper subjects and such within the next week or so. Yeah, sorry, my memory's like a bundle of spaghetti. I remember arriving. There should have been an airpad outside of some description. We got ourselves established. We, settled in, that sort of thing. We were given then we then split into smaller projects to study various diseases. And I don't know if our shipment of subjects and other prototypes were arrived.
Well, I believe they either got cured and left, or well, they perished.
Yes, it's entirely possible they never arrived.
So
he seems to
kills
give up
for-
fidgeting behind the control panel.
Kills for what particularly?
Well, as you know, the enemy faction, Chaos, is they have a one of the sort of they're like two big groups. The understanding there is two main groups. One is green and one is red.
Yeah.
The green ones seem to like their diseases and plagues and such things. So we were as I said, trying to develop cures for that. I remember. Oh, what was it? There are a number of ones. I believe I was assigned to look into the plague of unbelief. Although there were a number of other plagues and diseases that we were studying here, or hopefully going to study here. Blackened was a particularly nasty one, I remember. There's a number of minor ones as well. Psychus Delusioner was a rather interesting one. The Yips, another minor one.
I look at Bismir.
Hmm?
Do we know any of these off the top of our heads?
I have heard of the plague of unbelief, which is a massive problem wherever it pops up.
Yes, it is a rather big problem, and hence why we were trying to develop a cure for it.
Yeah.
It's-
No, with me, with my medical training, I would have heard of all those minor diseases that just pop up wherever nervous followers go. Right?
Mhm.
So yeah, those are indeed related to worshippers of the archenemy. All of them.
Yeah, yes. As we've said before, we're from the Imperium, and the Tau have abandoned this place. And we are now... There are still forces of chaos here around, but lesser presence of Tau. More mercenary, only mercenary force. I mean, mostly mercenary force, we've learned.
Yes, that was the case. I believe there was about 20% of the Tau Firecast around about 2 or 3 years ago, and they had diverged heavily into mercenaries. Trillians, Morlins, Herenians, those sorts of...
Yes, well, they've all retreated from this place and left it for abandoned. We came here investigating what this place was, and, well, we found humans, which is always a welcome sight.
He nods. Please tell me more about this Imperium.
Imperium? We are I would say faction. We are an empire spanning the known universe. We all are under the rule of a mighty God Emperor.
The glorious God Emperor illuminates all with his holy light.
Thank you, Priest Falcon.
Let Faye finish.
Thank you, Priest Falcon. We all are protected by his might, and he protects us as we travel through the warp for our fast traveling. Your expertise could be of great use to the Imperium in combating the forces of the archenemy.
Well, that is... yes, well... I would
And
certainly like
perhaps
to know...
if there are more of your colleagues in cryostasis or around space somewhere, they would also be more than welcome to join the Imperium.
Yes, well, I was certainly interested in it's certainly an interesting group.
As you can clearly tell, we have our specialized technical people who understand more of machines than I will ever do. And we have specialized medics that are masters in the field of medicine. Pointing to Brisbane.
Yeah.
Me and Falcon here are more protection detail for these two.
I'm going to go over to one of these consoles down here and try and get some security footage if I can, whilst this talk is happening.
Okay. Are you plugging in?
Yeah, I'll plug in.
Well, tech use test. And willpower test.
It'll never work.
And another point of insanity!
Can you roll below an 86 on willpower test?
Probably not.
Oh,
Like,
you
if
did.
you, like, it's like a plus 20 willpower test. Like, it's not even that hard. I just...
Oh, I've been giving it a flat.
Yeah, like, I haven't said the modifier. But, like, if you hadn't rolled so awful, like, 4 degrees of failure every time. Jeez.
Yeah. So I went from 5 to 8 already.
Just keep going. Oh. Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
So yeah, what sort of security footage are you looking for?
I want to know what happened to that, for that blood to appear. And
Okay.
I want to know anything about Amadeus or anything in these past 2 years plus.
It seems like when you try and access the database, somebody has disabled it or turned it offline.
Can I turn it on?
Yes,
when you
but you can't assess recordings that were never recorded.
you can't turn it on actually because it's been disconnected.
I will go back around here and try to figure out what he was doing and see which wires are unplugged.
Okay. None of the wires are unplugged.
Huh. Well,
Our wires cut.
Nope. Doesn't seem like anyone's done anything. There's a lot of dust being disturbed back there, as well as the bones of a small animal that seems to have died back there. But no, there's no actual damage to the console, as far as you can tell.
so what? Can I tell what he was rustling with?
You get the feeling he was looking for something back there.
Interesting.
He did say he was trying to get a drink when he went back there originally.
Well then, any information I can get out of this machine with that degree of success.
What is that, 2 degrees?
3.
3. You try and access, you decide that seeing you can't access the database, you see what's on the computer itself. There is a single recording. The last thing it was doing was a recording. It seems to be of the hallway outside, in fact. This hallway over here, the one you came down. You
The one
there's like
Sparks
a
is, the one Sparks is in.
no, not the one Sparks is in. The other side, this side,
Ah, okay.
over here.
Yep.
let me ping. Yeah, the one you came down is Sword of Blood. It's the hallway is brightly lit. Yeah, everything's on. You see the airlock open. A crack. A figure steps out of it. Points down the hallway. There's a guard roughly where you saw the first bloodstain, and a silent shot goes into him from the back, and he crumples to the ground. The figure moves up as several more start pouring in, and they proceed to basically just special forces their way down. Like you see, there's like a number of people, guards and civilians in the hallways outside, and these figures in black, they're in a sort of black carapace, with a shield insignia on their shoulder. They sort of special forces their way down.
Shield insignia. Do I recognize it?
No.
Interesting.
It's a shield with a stylized K on it. Actually, no, that's a lie. No, they are actually those ones. Sorry, I am right first time. Sorry.
Okay, well,
I'm mixing up my Chaos factions, so I'm being an idiot.
So yeah, shield with a K would be plausible for one of them.
Yes, and they basically special ops their way down, and then the feed. It seems like it started off with whoever that was a security monitor, and they were looking in the hallway. They realized what was happening, and tried to respond because it leaves it in a hallway, just watching these figures move. And then maybe a minute or two later, the feed cuts off completely.
Okay. I'm going to make a recording of this and put it on a data slate. Other than that, I will stay quiet now.
So yeah, he's like, well, this Imperium sounds very nice. Unfortunately, I don't know where my colleagues...
What are those things here in the back?
They're like exotic skulls and stuff.
Well, I asked him if he knows anything about those fascinating creatures.
He walks up and he's like, well, I believe that this particular one here is the skull of a... some of these are just just to make the other place look pretty. But I believe that is a skull of a plague spider.
The skull of a plague spider.
Oh, well, the head of a plague spider, should I say.
The head of a plague spider.
Yes, they have a chitin. They are, from what I've gathered, what I can vaguely remember of them is that they were, they're tied to the Plague of Unbelief, some sort of carrier race. I'm not entirely sure of the details.
So, Amodas, could you guide us to the other cryopods that we might wake your colleagues and get you all out of here safely?
Yes, very well. What time did we start? We started at 7, didn't we? We started at 7, didn't we?
Something like that. I don't know, 7:30. Oh, officially we started at 7:30.
Yeah. Sorry, for some reason I thought I'd started at 6 and the session's been running on longer than I thought. Because things have gone in a different way to what I thought would happen.
Oh.
Which isn't a bad thing. And I just don't want to cut the session off too short, but at the same time, I don't quite have the next bit planned.
We've been going roughly 2 hours according to your stream.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's like, very well. He sort of leads you out, trying to not get stepped on by a swing gate.
As he leaves the room, we shall cut to black for now.
Nope. I can do a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I will leave it on a proper cliffhanger. I'm not going to just leave it on a nothing cliffhanger.
Fair enough.
Like,
Like, he walks out and you don't see him anymore, and we could... The hallway's gone.
yes, the base is gone.
No.
Somebody stole the base.
Hey, that's our job.
Nope, he walks...
Yeah, I just want to tell you, you're leaving Sparks behind.
No, he's watching.
Okay.
Yeah, he kind of leads you down here, and he stops and looks quite confused as there is a number of footprints in the dust here. Well, you don't... He's like, stops and it's like, huh, that's odd. Did you have another team?
No.
No.
Because there is a number of footprints going this way.
They were what coming from here
Yes,
and headed that way.
yes,
Okay.
And where are the cryopods?
this way. Heading towards the
Where?
cryopods.
Seems someone else was interested in your cryopods.
Yes,
That's none of ours. Looking at
Do
the
they look very
footprints,
recent?
what does
they do indeed look very recent.
and what do they look like? Boots, claws, naked feet.
Some of
Sorry.
what was that? What was that comment, Dio?
I just said hooves.
They are not hooves.
Oh.
I've actually got to look up. Some of them seem to be wearing not necessarily military boots, but they're certainly industrial boots. Most of them. There's about 8 sort of industrial boots, and then 2 sets of like normal shoe prints in it all.
There's no way it was Amadeus, and he's not remembering it, is there?
No,
Okay.
because for starters, he doesn't have 8 sets of industrial boots,
I mean,
and also it's all of one group, and they're all going
That
in this direction.
well,
And if asked, Amadeus says this is the only way deeper into the labs.
and this way. Where's that leading?
I believe it leads to some sort of containment. I believe it's another briefing room, actually. We have 2 briefing rooms and then sort of a primary external observation deck here. The observation deck has an emergency cryostasis pod, although annoyingly both of the bloody doors are broken.
Yes. So,
He-
well, take points.
Yes, he is a civilian and he has no weapons. So he's like, if you are going to investigate, I would like to stay back.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Would you please do your job?
I'm watching the prisoner. I mean, person.
I'm not a prisoner. You haven't arrested me.
yeah.
He is a civilian, but I can also watch Researcher Amadeus. You do your job and take point.
Fine. You want
Please.
I'll scatter.
Also gives you, it also gives you the option to be stealthy, which you love so much.
Pombot's job is to manage the
Civilian.
individual. Yeah, the civilian. Make sure he doesn't get killed, but also make sure he doesn't shank us in the
Run
back
off.
and run away, etc.
So
I
I will
think-
move up alone, stealthily.
I will also do so, but still stealthily, just not very stealthily.
And by stealthy, I mean try to walk silently and not make too much noise.
Okay, that's fine. Can you note those down on the map? Ready for next time. Because this
Yeah,
is where I'm
I'll
going to leave it. Like, I was going to leave it with the footprints, but you decided to, like...
Oh.
Like, the footprints were a big mystery. It's like, oh my gosh, someone else is here!
I know someone else was here though, because there was someone's tampered with the entrance mechanism.
Yes, but that's 2 years old.
Oh, alright.
I did say that. It's not recent tampering.
Well, see, that's why I wasn't surprised, because I thought it was recent tampering.
Nope, it's not recent tampering. Also, when you arrived, there were no other footprints in this airlock. Nor were there any other footprints in the dust outside.
Ooh, okay.
Amadeus came from underneath the half-opened door at the front. From the room to your left, currently, over here. He came from here, crawling out from underneath the door.
Okay. Yeah, I noted their stuff checks down.
Oh, wow, they both got 1 degree of success. Okay, that's really easy. Alright, that's fine. I have a few ideas, and I want to mess with it, but I'm not quite sure exactly what I want to do yet, so... Yeah, I don't like making this a short session, but we're down 2 players,
Yeah.
and I thought things were going to go completely differently.
Okay,
You
can I
thought we were
actually
gonna kill him?
reroll, use my fate point because we're closing the session to reroll that stealth?
Sure.
I think I actually should get stealth.
Drum roll. Da-la-la-la-la-la. Yay! Actual degrees of itself.
4 degrees.
5. 1 for succeeding, and 4 for every 10. Well, and then 4. 4.
5 degrees of success.
Yep, okay, that's fine. How have you guys enjoyed this session?
Very good.
It was
I liked it.
interesting.
You got me paranoid.
Perfect. I wanted to put you on edge,
Mhm.
and I have achieved that.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on things and such?
Hmm?
Just like, do you trust people?
Like a theory,
Yeah.
like a theory for Amadeus.
Mhm.
I think he's either a cannibal or a cannibal and a plague zombie mutant thing.
Cannibal plague zombie mutants. Oh no!
I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You don't trust anyone.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure about him. I think there's more going on with him than he admits to.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Also, he's a filthy heretic. Oh, no, wait, sorry. Heathen, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
He
difference.
is indeed a heathen.
There is a difference.
He is indeed a heathen. Because he has never known the light of the Imperium, but that is quite common for for a lot of the population on this planet.
Yeah.
So it's not really that grave a sin. It's just that he needs to be enlightened, and he's already on its way of redemption. Oh, the Imperium sounds interesting. Tell me more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am still very tempted, and I'm still debating whether I should have shocked him. Just
Could have done.
knocked about, and then be like, "Hey, job done. We have the informant. We can come back with more people. We have opened up the location.
Yeah.
Job done."
I mean, we can still shoot him. Yes. He is out of character, not really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but for now, those footprints are concerning because they're coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will get stuff ready for next session, and it will actually be combat next session, as opposed to this session where I thought things were going to go a little differently, and then I realised the time. I was like, oh, I don't quite want to do combat so late. We spent like an hour referencing Star Wars.
What did you expect to happen?
Honestly, I expected scrutiny tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
No.
should we screw this guy? It's not saying much, something that I'm like, I don't believe it. It wasn't saying stuff I was like, yeah, not enough to call me, for me to call scrutiny on it.
You know, I wasn't doing scrutiny in game, but I was scrutinizing Deadlight the entire time. I was like, does this sound like Deadlight's lying? Probably.
Yeah,
I'm a GM! My entire thing is to
know.
lie.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just realizing it now. Like,
We're all
why
doing
didn't
that,
I
like,
do this?
is he doing this? Is it a trap? It's probably a trap. No, he's setting us up against each other. What is his game?
Only war, that's my current game.
Yeah.
Aye! That's fine. I'm certainly curious. I thought someone was going to give me like ask for scrutiny at some point.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Probably
completely
should
forgot
have.
that was a thing.
Probably should have. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to handhold you if you're not going to ask for.
Yeah, no. That is perfect.
I mean, I was going to ask for scrutiny after I heard the whole prompting about the video message, but I was like, I didn't see the video, so why would I have reason to ask for a scrutiny test then?
And like it, you know.
And because-
Luckily, I could. Luckily, I was playing a slightly confused character, so when I forgot all my thoughts repeatedly, I could just blame it on his memory loss.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, no, actually, this character would know this, this, and this, and I'm saying completely the wrong thing. Luckily, his memory is totally shot. So,
Yep.
I am still trying to get back into jamming after like the 2 weeks, and then like all the.
Yeah.
No, I hope that wasn't awful.
No.
Deadline.
Was not good.
Do I know in character that that SWAT team was chaos, or do I just know it's a thing?
You know, it's a thing. You suspect it's probably chaos because they were shooting, what look like what you recognise as I'm trying to remember what the guard would be here. Probably
Civilians?
Corellians? Huh? No, probably
Sorry.
Morrolins. Like normal Morrolins. So you suspect it. You highly suspect it's chaos.
So basically, it was none of ours, and they were shooting Morlands, so must
Yeah.
have been theirs.
Also, it happened like 2 to 3 years ago.
Hmm?
Also, Babylon's
Yeah.
gone. So
Yes.
yeah, you would. It's not a very hard leap of logic to go. This is chaos, because it's like 2 to 3 years old,
Yeah.
and the Imperium wasn't here then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just more like, but do I know of this band of chaos?
No. You have not encountered it, and you guys don't get intelligence reports, so.
And then, yeah.
I don't think you guys have ever actually run into chaos before in this campaign.
We ran into
little
it when we
bit.
dropped the ship on someone, but don't
Yeah.
know if that's canon anymore.
What, sorry?
The unfortunate other salvagers that blew themselves to bits.
Other salvages that blew themselves to
Before we salvaged the big tow ship that crashed in the trench war zone.
Trench warfare in
Oh, right, yeah, no, sorry, that is canon.
Hmm?
Basically, sorry, I should have said at the start of that session how that ended.
Yes.
The guns on the tower deactivate, the sentry tower deactivates, allowing you to get back to Imperial lines. The clan's convoy, the super heavy there, decides that it's too volatile here now, with 3 factions fighting and retreat, and the rest of the outriders there decide to escort it because you've got a fair bit of salvage and like you have no base of operation now. So yes, that is canon, and that's how you left there and get back to thing.
It's also canon that we brought back the Tau Vegas we managed to activate and delivered them to the scrap forge.
They were delivered to the scrap forge, yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you weren't horribly shot for them. You weren't horribly shot for it.
Yeah, we weren't shot for it.
Yeah. I've got to do floats. I did run the session like a proper session, so I will award 100 XP for it.
Yeah.
Wait, will or won't?
Will.
I heard will.
I am.
Cool.
And the vote. Yeah, sorry it's a bit short of a session. I for some reason thought you'd go for the dig site, and yeah.
It happens. I will vote for Pop. And his massive insanity.
Balto?
I will vote for Falcon for his massive stealth bombs. That he fails, always.
Harrison?
Bolton.
And Pom?
Deadlight. Oh. Honestly, I think Grey.
You guys are a bunch of cheeses.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Fine, you all get 50 XP for this session. Serene and Tyr don't because they didn't turn up.
Yeah. Basically, we get 50 extra for showing up.
Yeah, I don't like it when this happens too often. So
Yeah.
please don't cheese it. Because
No. I was actually thinking like the insanity for Pom was okay. It's tech use. It's like okay, he's interfacing with the machine. It's technical stuff I don't get. As the character, like he's doing stuff with the machine I don't get, and it's creeping me out.
I mean, from my view, it's just mechanically we didn't have very much to do, so my actions were there, but Grey was doing more of that investigative, drawing out information about him. So
yeah, I mean, any of you could have questioned him on various things. Or like called him out, done scrutiny, which none of you did.
We're too goody good shoes to like, yeah. Nah, it can't be that. Nah.
Well,
obviously he is a plague bringer. Nah.
He seemed too confused to lie.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with obviously. I just don't give enough of a shit that this guy is lying or not to actually bother checking.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
And
that's my
Falcon
reasoning behind it.
Falcon probably just failed every test anyway.
Probably. Actually.
Thank you very much for watching. I know this is a bit shorter. I'm still trying to get my brain back into GM properly because the clans campaign before this was a bunch of just I can't be arsed. And then I did have a bit of a sort of crash with clans for a little bit, where I was trying to work with Dio and Dio was basically not running. But yeah, no, I'm hoping to get back into this properly. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Bye.
Farewell.
Ah.